We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan, the Knicks fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we get into it, I want you to do me one small favor. I want you to hit that like button. I definitely want you to subscribe, leave a comment. You want to know when the next video going to drop, hit the notification bell. Who do we blame for this? Who? Who do we blame for this debacle, this disaster? 112 to 85 lost at the Barclays Center, just across the river from Madison Square Garden. The little brothers putting it to the big brothers once again. 8th straight win since Kevin Durant joined the Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Durant coming to the I can't even say coming to the Garden. He was home, but since Kevin Durant been in this league, he's like, well, it was 20-3, so make it 21-3 against the New York Knicks, whether that was on the Seattle Sonics, OKC Thunder, or even the Golden State Warriors. Kevin Durant seemed to be one of them players that dominate the New York Knicks. And with that fact being known, we're going to get to who is to blame. All right, we can start off with the players. We can start off with the coach. We can go to the GM. But first, we're going to start with the players, and I'm gonna tell you who I hold accountable the most. Yes, the players are accountable because they're on the court. They have to play. They have to match the other players' intensity. They have to play defense. They have to get up and down the court. They have to do the things they're supposed to do. They have to do the things they're getting paid to do. But on some level, in some nights, in some games, our players are just not up to the competition. And we can blame the players, but I blame the coach. Number two, I blame the coach. We still got another player. We still got someone else to blame. We can say we blame everybody in this scenario. We can say the GM. We can say the coach. We can say the players. The starters. I'm mainly gonna get on the starters because I'm hearing people talking about the bench and a couple of players, rightfully so. I think Emmanuel quickly right now he's in a rut and he's making bad decisions, very, very, very bad decisions when he got the ball in his hand. He's taking shots when he should be passing. He's overlooking open players. Even if he's passing to the wrong player, if a player's open, he's passing into double teams. So there's a lot of blame to go around. So we're going to hold the players accountable. Yes, the players need to be held accountable. That loss, to me, was worse than Boston. I'm going to be honest with you because I expected Boston to beat us. I'm just going to be honest. I thought we would play, when we played Boston, I thought we would be, we would be competing. I thought, it'd be a game that we can say the Knicks played a good game. We can build off that. But the Boston blew us out, broke a record on threes. I did not expect this from Brooklyn. Brooklyn, okay. We know what Brooklyn been going through, the turmoil. KD wanting to trade, Kyrie Irving in his remarks, Steve Nash being fired, having an intern coach, and I may add Jock Vaughn. Jock Vaughn has done a great job since he came. You want to say he was out of the four games he coached before playing the New York Knicks, he was 2-2. Like I said, the Nets was letting teams score 120 average and 120 points since he took over. That dropped down to 96. Hey, they held the Knicks to 85 points. So right now I'm gonna skip right over to the GM. I'm gonna bypass the coach. I'm blaming the GM because you're watching everything that's going on from last year, and you still got the same coach. The Nets fired Steve Nash. You can fire Tom Thibodeau. You won't look wrong. You won't look like you made a mistake. It happens. Tom Thibodeau is not the coach for this team. A lot of people want to come out. A lot of people come out and blame the players, rightfully so. They want to blame the GM for not getting the talent that we think we need. And right now, and I know a lot of you may not agree with me, but I'm defending this GM, this management on that level about getting the players. If the players, we're not gonna say the players don't want to come here, but if the teams, other GMs is not willing to make the trade, what do you want the Knicks management to do? I mean, some of y'all sound crazy talking about Leon Rose should do this. He held on to this many picks. The reports came out that and I told you I never trusted the guy. That I'm so, what the Knicks that loss got me so wrapped up. I'm forgetting names, but Danny Ainge was not going to trade Donovan Mitchell to the New York Knicks. The Spurs was not thinking about trading Murray to the New York Knicks. Y'all want to blame all this on the GM. It takes two to tangle. If you don't have a tangle partner, a dancing partner, you can't do the tangle. So stop with the crap about Leon Rose not doing this with them, this and that, and holding on to these picks. And before when I first started doing my channel, I used to always come in and I used to talk about, I read this on BNR report, BNR, blah blah blah. And a lot of people used to come in my comment section and say BNR is full of shit because I watched the video with Shams talking about the Knicks is holding on to picks, but I damn sure read an article from BNR on his outlet about Danny Ainge not wanting to trade to the New York Knicks. But then you come and make a story, you come make a video about it. I'm not blaming the GM. I'm blaming the GM for not making the trades for a superstar like Donovan Mitchell or Kevin Durant or whatever the case may be. I'm blaming the GM for keeping his coach. Now let's get to the main factor, the meat on the bone, who I blame the most. And that is Tom Thibodeau. That is Tom Thibodeau. Yes, sir. The Nets came out hot. The Knicks came out flat. In the first quarter, they went on a 12-0 run, beating the Knicks down. The coach made no adjustments into the second quarter. Like, I'm going to give big up. It ain't no stats in here because it's a rant. Who do we blame for this bullshit? All right. Jock Vaughn. The Knicks never held the lead. No. But we did cut it to 15 points. But every time we made a run, even when we went on a run where the Nets came up and down the court and they missed two baskets and we scored two or three times, he called a timeout. We had guys like Sumner, and Seth Curry's a good player, but Seth Curry have not been playing well. Seth Curry was like 3 for 20 before this game. And I'm telling you, the reason I blame these coaches is the defense. And like I said, the players have to be held accountable. But it's the defensive scheme that this guy is playing. And he's getting out coached almost every other game. This is what I mean, all right? We know Durant is going to get his 30 points, regardless. He's going to get his points. You don't send double teams, triple teams. You don't trap Kevin Durant. You concentrate on the players that's been doing that. One man cannot beat you in a game. Michael Jordan scored 55 points on the New York Knicks, and they still lost the game. The Bulls still lost the game. We held everybody else down. These guys was coming in averaging career lows, shooting under 27%. Now, Ross O'Neal was shooting 40%. Yes, he was. And he came out, he killed us. But Sumner, a second-year player, and it's happened all the time. You hear Clyde say it's players like Wade and such and come in and beat the Knicks because instead of focusing on one player sending traps, hold everybody down. Let Kevin Durant get his points. Now, another reason, number two, I blame this coach because when we're falling apart and you're keeping the starters in there, and then when you bring the bench in the game and the bench give us life. Okay, like I said, we were 15 points. It was like a 20-something point lead when the bench came in there. The bench got to start dropping the lead, cutting into that lead, doing what they got to do. Yeah, Kevin Durant was on the bench, but I still believe if you play the style that I was talking, if you put a man on Kevin Durant and you say you hold him and you hold him. If you want to play zone defense, go to the 2-3 basic defense. Stop trapping. You leave it. If you watch the game, every time Kevin Durant or anybody was open, had the ball. Every time Kevin Durant had the ball moved, it was a player open on the wing. Every single play, and that's what Ice do. It's not a good defense. Not for this day and age. So I blame the coach the most. I blame the GM for not getting rid of this coach. Now, if we go 5 more games like this, they got to get rid of him. And once again, hit me in the comment section. Tell me who y'all think is to blame for this bullshit. Excuse my French. But yes, this blame go around. Players, GM, and coach. But I blame the coach the most because the coach is the person who's supposed to manage the game. You're supposed to know what to do with your personnel and the talent. And I know a lot of you is arguably so mad about the Knicks not having the talent that we want. But if the other GMs and other teams is not going to play ball, what can you do? You can't bounce. You can't play baseball by yourself. Who's going to get the ball? Yeah, you can play basketball by yourself, but who's passing you the ball on your free throws? You need another player to be involved. And if teams are using the New York Knicks as stepping stones, as they've been doing for years, just like the New York Jets using for bargaining chips, I congratulate this GM, this management for not making the dumb moves. We have assets. So yeah, even if Shams is wrong or whatever, if we holding these picks to make a move for a quality superstar, and then it's a good thing. But what I hate about being a Knicks fan is that, yeah, a lot of Knicks fans are very knowledgeable, but we're also too delusional. I'm being serious. And I put me and I said we, because yeah, I react on bullshit sometimes. And what I mean about that, we know there's no snowball chance in hell of us getting a player, but we would put it all on a GM. How many times we like to blame the management, not management, ownership? I'm tired of the James Dolan excuse. It's on the players, it's on the coach, it's on the GM. But right now, it's mainly on our coach with the way he's coaching. The style does not fit today. And not only does, all right, it's an exhausting style of playing basketball. If you watch the games real close, you're watching our players run around like chickens with their heads cut off, and it's looking like the Knicks don't know what they're doing. But if you are a basketball person and you know basketball and how it's supposed to be played, you know the problem. You know the main problem of the New York Knicks. It's the defense. Yes, the players need to move the ball. Yes, RJ Barrett got to stop driving into triple and double teams. Yes, Julius Randle do not supposed to be bringing the damn ball up the court if we went out and got this high-priced point guard. Jalen Brunson had a bad game. I don't want to blame it on him, but he has to be more consistent, and we haven't seen that in a couple of games. But I blame it on the coach, because when other coaches see that a player is not having success, they bring in other players. They don't care if that player had a bad. This is why I look at how them other coaches do. They're like, you know what, you wasn't playing well last week or whatever. I'm gonna put you in. If it don't go well, I'm gonna sit you back down. But if you give me that spark that I need, then I struck gold. Tom Thibodeau don't have that type of thinking in his mindset. We got to get rid of the coach. I know I was ranting and yelling and screaming, but let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Who's to blame? Is it the players? Is it the coach? Is it the GM? Yes, everybody had to be held accountable in this fiasco, but I blame the coach. And y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. And with that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy. God bless, and peace.